Hi, let us continue today with our series of developing spiritual virtues, which is the foundation of spiritual life. Today we shall look at detachment. Why detachment is necessary on spiritual path. What does detachment mean? Detachment means not becoming overly attached to temporary things, remembering that everything belongs to the Supreme Lord and using things in the Lord's service without becoming obsessive by them. A detached person may still work, love, serve family, use technology, earn money, enjoy simple things in life, but internally he will remember these things are temporary and the real shelter is the Lord. On the contrary, we must also see what detachment is not: becoming cold hearted, neglecting duties, avoiding relationships, suppressing emotions, acting dry or lifeless. Real detachment means loving without selfishness and possessiveness. Let's take a simple example. We must have come across a lotus in a muddy pond. We see how the lotus grows out of the muddy pond and is untouched by it. Similarly, a person on spiritual journey or a spiritual practitioner lives in this world but tries not to become drowned by the affairs of this world. Why should we practice detachment? Now, attachment causes suffering when we believe people must behave exactly as we want. Like, I believe my husband should behave the way I want, my kids should listen to me, everybody at work should listen to me. That's not going to happen all time. Things will stay forever. That's what we always think, but it's temporary. Things don't last. Circumstances and situations change all the time. Our health changes. People change around us. And then happiness depends completely on external situations when we believe in that. So, this is attachment. Now, material things naturally change. As I said, health changes, money status changes, beauty changes as we grow old. We no more look beautiful. Well, there's a different kind of beauty in aging gracefully too. Relationships change. Before I was a daughter, now I'm a wife and a mother. Similarly, success changes, public opinions change, overnight public opinions change, and we have seen that detachment helps us remain balanced during these changes. That's the beauty of detachment. Now, benefits of detachment. Main thing one achieves is peace of mind because attachment always creates anxiety, there's fear of loss, there's always overthinking about either the past or the future, and there is emotional dependency on people around us, on things, on situations. But attachment brings calmness and inner stability. Another thing is like it helps us in better decision making. When we are overly attached, our emotions and our intelligence become clouded. But when we are detached, we are able to see things clearly and wisely, which helps us to make proper decisions. Another thing is many people are controlled by, likes, comments, validations, appearance, comparison. Because these days social media is so prominent and so existent in our life that all these things, they just make us so unhappy, and they tie us to all these external things. But detachment gives us inner freedom, real freedom, benefits in stronger spiritual focus. Detachment creates a space for reflection, prayer, service, remembrance of spiritual teaching. Now, when we are free from all these kinds of attachment, the mind creates space for these things. We can, remember the spiritual teachings, contemplate on it throughout the day, and which builds our spiritual focus. Attachment expects others to make us happy. Like one may think, oh, my husband should make me happy, my child should make me happy, the helpers around me, they should serve me nicely and make me happy, the government should make me happy. So, detachment allows more selfless love and respect in a relationship, because here we are not expecting anything. Detached people do feel a bit pain, but in that pain, they are less shattered by life's changes. They understand that material things are temporary, they come and go. So, it gives a person emotional strength. Now, society is constantly encouraging attachment, and there are various ways how it does. It does through advertisements, it does through endless entertainment, social media exposure, status competition, and emotional dependency. That's why these days practicing detachment is super difficult. Let us look at some practical ways to cultivate detachment, even though the society around us is dragging us towards attachment. One thing is reflect on the temporary nature of life. As we saw in previous slides, like everything changes. Health changes, people change, circumstances change, money status change, everything changes. So we should reflect on the temporary nature of life. Then we should use things, but not be controlled by them. Like we can use technology, there's nothing wrong in it. Technology is very nice. It can help us to increase our knowledge, our understanding about things around us. Then offer, when we get some results from our karma or our duty, we offer them to the Lord. Another thing is we can practice gratitude instead of possessiveness. Like instead of possessing, oh, this house belongs to me. Instead of that, I can say, oh my Lord, thank you for providing me such an amazing shelter. I am so, so grateful. Next is real detachment does not come from force. Like it is said in this world, you can't love somebody by force. Similarly, there are certain qualities which cannot be forced onto somebody. It has to be naturally developed through spiritual practice. So, detachment is one of them, and it can be developed by chanting, reading scriptures, developing saintly qualities. All this together will give us or give one a higher spiritual taste. Like is a example we can look at. Someone posts online and receives little attention. Now a person with attached thinking will think my value depends on approval. But a spiritual person practicing detachment consciously will think my worth does not depend on validation. Now we shall look at spirituality never means irresponsible detachment. A spiritual person can remain responsible while being inwardly detached. I shall give you a small example like a mother caring for her child. A mother who is a spiritual practitioner or a mother who practices spiritual life. She cooks properly, she takes care of the child, his studies, she helps him when he's sick, she gives love and guidance sincerely. But inwardly, she understands this child is entrusted to me by God. I must do my duties with love, but I cannot control everything. The child has their own destiny and choices. This is the understanding of a spiritual mother. So she cares deeply, but she is not affected mentally over every small success or failure that she comes across while nurturing the child. Now, one may ask, what is the difference between attachment and detached responsibility? Now, here we can look at an attached person or mother will think, my child must and must become exactly what I want. Otherwise, I cannot be happy. So, what will be the result? Simple, constant anxiety, control, anger, and emotional suffering. But contrary to that, a spiritually detached person or mother will think, I will give my best effort with love and responsibility and leave the final outcome to God. So, what will be the result? Again, it's simple. There'll be peace, steadiness, wise decision making, and healthy relationship between the mother and the child. So, essence or the beauty of detachment while being responsibly serving is hands will be fully engaged in duty, heart will be connected with the Supreme God, and there'll be peace of mind about results. A short summary that detachment means spiritually steady and peaceful while living in the material world without becoming controlled by temporary things. It is actually freedom from unhealthy attachments so the heart can connect more deeply with the Lord. Thank you for being with me till the end, and I will see you soonest.